So now it is June 29th, 2019. It's after midnight. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I did fix me something to eat. I want a hamburger. Because and stuff. I went in that store and I was like, shit. I said, I'm out of EBT money. And I was like, you know, I had enough to get that ground beef. They discounted it. You know, premium ground beef. You know, grass fed. So they said, you know, they're trying to move it because, you know, today was the day that last said they could sell it, so they had discounted it. So I said, okay, let me get that. It was, yeah, I mean, it was cheaper than everything else. I was like looking for turkey. They wanted $7 for some turkey, some ground turkey. I said, I ain't doing that. Same thing with chicken. And I said, y'all want too much money for this shit. That don't really keep that long. So I said, well, and then I saw that ground beef. I said, oh, okay. I have plenty of taco shells at home. I make tacos, and normally, it's just me. So I mean, I take a pound of ground beef, half of it I'll use for tacos, and half of it I'll use to make a hamburger, a couple hamburgers and stuff. So that's what I did. That's what I did. Did I do that? Well, I did that part. Oh shit, all of the hamburger was good. That surprise, I was happy. I was very happy. So now I went to sleep. So the other shit was uploaded. I didn't think any of it. I was like, okay, whatever. Now I know I recorded something for you. I feel a lot lighter all of a sudden. Hold on a second. Yeah, that glass is over with. Now they gonna start it all up again. I mean, and I was trying to meet with that person, that caseworker, and stuff. No, they didn't. She was rude. The thing is, she was rude. She was rude, and she wasn't rude. She got on my nerves, and she didn't get on my nerves. She is not happy. She was not happy at that job. Yeah, and stuff. But that's her job. She gotta do that shit. Yeah, she dealing with people all the time. See, everybody's not the same person. And the only time I start to get testy with people, usually is because they call themselves getting testy with me. I'm like, I mean, if I don't understand something, I have a right to tell you I don't understand it. Or, just what I've observed. And I'm like, I'm asking the question. I said, why did you waste my time? Because, see, I asked, was it possible? She said, oh, yeah, you can see. Yeah, that's possible. See, that's what she said. She said, oh, it's possible for you to see somebody. But that don't mean they're going to do anything. See, now that's what she didn't say. That was for me to discern. Because, see, she didn't have the language for that. All she could communicate was that it's always possible to see somebody, but I cannot do. Oh, but she's definitely going to be here on Tuesday. I don't even know who this woman is, who they claim is supposed to be my caseworker. I have never seen her. I've heard them talking about her. They say she has been out for the longest time. They don't know if she's like a drive-by. They don't know if she come in or not. I've heard, that's how they talked about her. And that's who you assigned me to as my caseworker? Now, I look at it like this. That gives me an opportunity to survey the rest of y'all. She already on burnout. Where you at? Because I do overhear a lot of shit that goes on in that waiting room. Because people say, I just want to talk to my worker. Well, I'm a worker. All you doing is taking their name and saying, oh, well, either I do the intake here or they do it over there or whatever to put you in the queue. I mean, seriously. And I keep saying that seriously. I realize that I'm saying that a lot. I say, oh, seriously. No, I'm telling you. That's the federal government. Well, actually, it's a state government, which is, microcosm of the federal government. I mean, y'all are funny as hell. Well, what you do, that you call yourself justified that you got a job. Same thing with me. Everybody has a job. To be awoke and conscious means only that you know exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, and who are the players. You know who you report to. I mean, seriously. There I go again. That's gonna bother me for a while. Seriously. And if you get a good gig, if you get a gravy train, you can ride that gravy train. And then you get mad if they pull a rug out from under you and then say, oh, no, we got to do away with this position. And they say we can program something to work better than you. And it ain't going to cost us as much. You get mad, you get bent out of shape because all of a sudden now, you created in the image of God are that easily replaceable. Sorry, that shit is funny because I'm thinking about Donald Trump now and that drone, that unmanned drone that Iraq shot down. I mean, how many millions of dollars was that equipment that they shot down? And Donald Trump said, we ain't going to war behind that. I mean, they just basically blew a shitload of money up. Saying, we ain't going to war for that. That money didn't go into your pockets as, ex-military or current military or any kind of military other than the fact that you applied it. It's like a video game. Shit is hysterical. I'm telling you, you don't want to see how my father sees this world. You easily play. He had me tell you all kind of shit, like Ready Player One and all that kind of shit. I mean, it's like, what? You say you ready to sin. What you gonna sin to? First off, you have to know your position. Do you know the game of chess? I don't play chess. He talked about it briefly. I learned it. Larry, that's okay. See, Larry L. It was so funny. He ain't on my friends list. He's on somebody else's friends list. I mean, we were friends in college, not college, high school and stuff. And I ain't seen Larry in years and stuff. And I was sitting there trying to figure out. I said, okay. So I have people in my life that tell me stupid shit all the time. Tell me certain people did, they ain't did. Excuse me. Well, let's change it again. Yeah, because it was hot today. It's cool at night. It's going to be hot again. Then by the 4th of July, it's supposed to be cool again. See, these temperature swings is wrecking hell with the body. It's fucking with a lot of people, too. I noticed that. Okay. Now, what am I talking about? Larry Allen. I did this little thing. It's like a piece. It's like stop action shit I was just playing around with it when I was in high school. And he knew how to play chess. And that's what he did. He was moving the pieces for me. And we messed up because he made a move and I went to take the picture and then he realized because the pieces were playing themselves. Excuse me, that was a concept. And he stuck his hand in there because, I didn't mean to make that move. And he stuck his hand in there and I caught that picture. him, and it's like, did I edit it out? No. First off, I didn't know how to yet. I was still playing around without learning how to do that shit. But it was interesting to me because his hand was in there, and I said, it's okay. That should stay because it's like manipulation, pieces. Because that's all it is. It's a game. It's a game of the mind, but you manipulating something in the physical. That's what's interesting to me about chess. It's a strategy. And you're not just making a move in the moment. You're actually anticipating. You're doing all kind of shit. That's pretty much closer to like what you call yourself getting back to when it comes to the mind of God. Because God knows what's going to happen. And you really want, that's what you want. I mean, the gift of premonition and sight is all that. You're trying to see what God sees and know what God knows. But the thing is, that's why it's sometimes hit and miss, because you really don't know everything he knows. I told you, he showed me how he does the shit. But like, he's like, for like a better way to put it, he's a supercomputer. And the thing is, he's not a computer, but I mean, his mind is just that brilliant. I mean, he blows your mind with how brilliant he is. If you just have, the good fortune of being in his company. How do I know that? He took me up in it. He said, this is how I see it. I mean, he showed it to me. Could I retain all that? No. First off, I didn't want to. I told him, I said, I'm losing myself in this. Because there are too many variables, there are too many players, and it's not me. But see, it was enough of a lesson that I could ascertain that what I can hold in my own sphere of awareness is eclipsed by what he holds in his sphere of awareness when it comes to us. So, yeah. I say all that to say what? Who's God? Well, God is supposed to be the truth. Well, like it or not, accept it or not, the truth is the truth. Donald Trump says he speaks the truth. No, we use him as an example because he's commander-in-chief. And he's really easy to pick on for some people to identify with or not. And at the same time, I mean, because see, then you have somebody like a Megan McCain. They're the same party in affiliation, but at the same time, she can't stand Donald Trump because he disrespects her father when he was living, and now that he's dead, he still ain't stopped talking about him. And then y'all talk about her. How about she just riding on her father's coattails? And what are you riding on? I say, I think people are funny. Because the people like to sit there and talk shit about somebody as if the person they're talking about is not them. I mean, seriously, if you look at those discussion boards, and I keep saying that seriously, that's going to bother me for a while, but I'll get over it. Because, I mean, shit, language is restrictive, and at the same time, it's a tick. Who do you talk about? Why you talk about them? How long do you go before you bring them up? Why do they become everything to you? And at the same time, you can't seem to stop talking about them, and other people, they listen to it. But you really don't know how much they listen to and how much they tune out. I'm not a Jesus freak. I'm a God freak. That's what y'all talk about. He said, well, he's Jesus. Yeah, well, Jesus was Son of God. You know what a sun is? It's a satellite. It's a star. It orbits. It only has one function. I mean, it burns bright, and it provides light, and it just goes around and around and around. You know, like the wheels on the bus. We sang that song at the class with it. Well, the lady started saying the song. I said, yeah, the wheels on the bus go round and around, round and around, round and around. Wheels on the bus go round and around all the live long day. Not everybody was singing that song, but it still was a song to be sung. Uh, I'm out of the day they gave us toilet paper. I'll tell you about that in a second. Oh. Now, where I'm staying, people don't know how to behave because they come from all different walks of life. I told you, sister girl, she got all ridiculous. I mean, she never did anything. Police came out and talked, but that's all they did. They just talked. And my girlfriend said she didn't have to listen to anybody, and then she disrespected me in front of the owner of this place. She was cray. And she was a bitch. And I was like, why do I have to suffer her? Actually, I don't. I just don't even talk to her. But at the end, I see her. She ain't going nowhere. Yeah, my father says he gonna deal with it. What does that mean? I don't know. I told you I saw the spirit of Sandra Bland on her. She gonna run up against the wrong person. But that happens when it happens. I don't need to see it. I don't even care. As far as I'm concerned, I just don't want nothing to do with her. So, does that mean she can find Jesus later? Maybe she thinks she has Jesus now. You got something going with Jesus. Where am I going with this? If God is a God of truth, meaning all-knowing and awareness, and that's what you're striving to be. Basically, I mean, because you do it constantly and you do it prematurely. Say, I know everything. You don't know shit. And then for those of you who say, no, I never said that. But you carry yourself like you do. And if somebody tries to tell you something, the first thing you want to do is argue and debate it. That's a fact. It's known and established. It's what you call conversating. Now, certain people will tell me, well, Carlos, it's in the Word. Con. I'm trying to con you into my way of thinking. Okay. So why does that not work? When you're in your own mind. I can tell you something. You may or may not believe it. You may or may not find suspect in it. But it's just, basically, I plant the seed. You determine. Now, there was this expression that one person in particular used to say to me. He invoked the name of Apollo, which is a man-made god, and Yahweh, which is supposed to be the true God. Now, he would tell me that we're talking about the same thing as far as who is giving substance to that seed that has been planted. And I get that. I really do. At first, I don't care. Because when I think about it, it's like, okay, mankind is always trying to equate himself to be like God. I don't see mankind as God. I concept mankind as, his most basic component, meaning individualized thought being expressed, that actually can morph into something else because mankind is learning and growing. The same thing of his mate. But the thing is, all it does is get more convoluted and more compounding. Because when you start interjecting all these ideas and stuff, and then, I mean, that's why people really get mad at people that don't want to toe a line. Because the thing is, they're lazy. Then you want to throw in like, well, man and women are supposed to be together. Really? You already proved that you don't want to be together. Seriously. When you start talking about how many relationships you done had, how many marriages you had, all that kind of stuff, kids or not, you didn't want to be together. How many times did you get married? How many kids did you have with somebody else? How many times did you have kids with somebody else, but you never wanted to get married? And then you say marriage is supposed to be for. And then you say it's nasty when two people of the same sex want to do it. And then, ooh, really don't mess it up. But now, people don't know if they're male or female. Oh, that's really rich. There's always something wrong with them. They perverse. No, they ain't perverse. I can tell you why my fathers don't have a problem with them. People who are gay or straight or whatever. Versus, transgender, all that kind of stuff. Because his physical vessel is not you. That's what's coming to light. That's what you actually are feeling to see. It never was you. God doesn't have a body. You said you wanted to sin. I thought you knew this shit. What's wrong with you? God does not have a body. He doesn't have a countenance. Therefore, that's why when you sit there and say he's a white man in the sky, no, he's not. Just like he's not a black man in the sky. He ain't nobody. As far as anybody you know. He's consciousness. He's awareness. He says, I am that I am. Do you know the meaning of the words I am that I am? That's why when somebody tells you I'm gay, then they're gay. If they tell you I'm transgender, then they say I'm transgender. They label themselves, but at the same time, sometimes they don't even like to do that. They try to come up with another word as if that's not a label. You're still trying to identify yourself as what you are, and then you want to convince somebody else, well, this is who I am. And usually the people that they are trying to convince are the very people who don't want to see them as what they are. Because they ain't got no problem with anybody else who sees them. They ain't really trying to get away from them, which they really probably should want to get away from the people that they sitting there trying to convince. But the thing is, that's still a component of themselves they're trying to convince. Because they went through that. They were in denial even in of themselves. They said, well, I made it through. You should be able to make it through too. They feel like it's something that they owe somebody. No, them people should. Just be. But the planet is only so big. And we have all these communities and all these institutions and all kind of shit. Therefore, we must now go into battle with them all in the name of truth, justice, and for a lack of a better way to put it, thank you, Stan Lee, with Superman and all that kind of shit, the American way. Did he have anything with Superman? I don't even care. America ain't nothing but a melting pot of all these other places They still can't get this shit together. And then Americans go over there and talking about, well, we done got it together. You ain't got shit together. This country is fucked. Donald Trump is not even the worst of your presidents. You had so many fucked up presidents out there that ain't funny. And then you sit there and look at them with reverence. You say, you live back? Yeah, I guess. I live better because, what? Because I'm not over there having to hide who I am? Shit. Over here you have to hide who you are. Somebody come around and cock you over the head and they ain't gonna investigate this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you sit there and tell me how much better I have it. Other than the fact that I still have to be on my P's and Q's and my guard. But it was a little bit better. I'll give you that. It is a little bit better. But the thing is, none of that shit came easy. And they still fight for rights and stuff. And then the first thing you want to do is put up there the story of Jesse Smollett talking about he didn't put the movement back. You know how many times has somebody who was supposed to represent a movement then put a movement back? Just like OJ put, all the progress of being a black person, successful black person in this country, he put that shit back too. And now he's in there tweeting. Or I guess he's tweeting. He's on somebody's social media. I don't follow him, but they talk about him. Presently, talk about him. Talking about OJ sitting there watching, probably trying to figure out who he's gonna vote for. I thought that shit was hysterical. That's what OJ needs to do. He just needs to sit at home and look at TV and don't even try and be a part of the spotlight. But he is. Because, once a celebrity, always a celebrity. It is what it is. Okay, so I was sitting there telling you something about God. God is the God of truth. So what is the devil? Devil. Is anything that's not God. I mean, in a nutshell. If you really want to know what the devil is. It's that thing that sits there and says, oh, I can take all this because everybody really don't know what it is. And then I can mold it in my favor. Which makes you godlike. But are you really? How do you do that? How do you mold something to be in your favor? Isn't that like a godlike stance? Because when you mold it to be in your favor, no longer is it that which God might favor. You're not accepting what God has created and said, this I like. I mean, you might as well be a figurine in a museum and not move. But you say, but that's not what God wants. No. But He does want you to be a thinking, intelligent individual. Which means that you can still exist in the world. You can have anything that you want, as long as you don't take it out on somebody else. But that's not easy to do. Because, see, you don't feel validated, much less seen, unless somebody else sees you. Are we talking about the theater? Are we talking about the characters we portray? Ooh, you captured that so well. Why that person got to play that part? What, there ain't nobody who actually is living that life who can play that part? And the Oscar goes to... There you go again, acknowledging somebody else. Well, we'll just create our own award show. Well, your award show is not inclusive either. Well, we'll show you how it can be inclusive. Oh, that's the devil. In case you're not paying attention. Oh, that is the devil. Those who are sitting there bitching about the fact that they need to be included, and then at the same time came into the fact that when other people sit there and say it, they say, well, we're going to show you how to be inclusive. I'll tell you what. If you learn how to mind your own P's and Q's and say, no, this is not about being politically correct. This is our award show. This is where we acknowledge ourselves. And if you celebrate this culture, you won't have a problem with it. But at the same time, you don't come in and tell us that we need you to rewrite the rules just for you. Then you're emulating God more than you realize. But at the same time, you don't care. What is it? Follow me. Wait a minute. Why doesn't God care? I don't know. Why don't he care? I don't know. Did I shuffle this? Let me shuffle this. Okay, yeah, they were already shuffled, but I have to shuffle some more, just for my own peace of mind. And the question was, something going on in the news. Okay, what do we work to understand? What do we work to build? Now, notice we're talking about in the physical. The physical representation of that which is the Most High. We go back. You can go back to the Bible, where the Tower of Babel, and mankind. The whole premise of that whole story, when everything was said and done, was the fact that mankind thought they were ready to ascend. And we're talking about back in days of old, when theoretically everybody spoke the same language, meaning they were on the same page. Does that mean that they didn't have different tongues back then? Well, it depends on how you want to view the story. But they did. They were on the same page. They knew they were building this tower. They were trying to ascend to heaven. The physical. I mean, they weren't dead. They weren't like talking to the dead, talking about we don't do this. No, they were building a tower in the physical as they were still living and breathing, and they were trying to ascend. And God knew what they were doing, and they fell to the earth, and they were struck dumb. I mean, you might as well say they had a concussion, and they were speaking different languages, because all of a sudden nobody knew what nobody knew what anybody was talking about anymore. So, theoretically, that's all that happened with that. Now, the Queen of Wands is interesting to me, because there's a King of Wands, which is a story, but then there's the Queen of Wands, who basically, every time I see that card, I see this woman on a throne, and she's not happy in her life because she feels like it's eclipsed by the King of Wands. See, that's how I see the cards, because my father taught me how to read the cards, and that's what came through in my third eye. The Queen of Wands, to me, is more beholden to the devil than she's beholden to the king. The story. She doesn't feel like she has to follow the story. She feels like she can follow her own pathway. which is fine. But see, that's the devil's path because it's unknown. It's foolish. And I'm not talking about the fool that, is stepping off the cliffs in the cards. I'm talking about foolish in the sense that she get herself in more trouble like that girl. I mean, you came back from your grandmother's funeral, did not go home. You had Lyft drop you off in a park to meet some man that you were texting. Now, this is the story that they're pinning now. Man is pinning about you. Is it true or not? Will we ever really know? And you met this man, he raped you. Who knows what you said to him that he ended up killing you, because the last person he raped, she just didn't press charges. And we don't even know who that person was. Miss Brigham Young University. But she didn't go there. She went to some university in Utah. Yeah. Then we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the card of faith, trust. What do you believe? When the message comes through. Now, is it my take on it? Is it your take on it? Is it the authorities' take on it? Or is it just your own? Because, there's many times that people sit and say, I don't believe that. You say, well, that's your right. And the thing is, that's why you can't let shit go. See, the United States of America is an interesting country in the sense that they have a system of government in place. And they have a court system. And the court system is supposed to go all the way up to the Supreme Court, but never is anything put to rest. Case in point, Roe v. Wade. Case in point, civil rights. Case in point. You name it. Gay marriage. It don't matter what they were wrong. It's always some motherfucker who sit there and say, I'm going to find another way to undermine that as law. Now, if you can do that shit with your own damn laws, what do you think you've been doing with God's laws? That he has not seen it and he got tired of it. And at the same time, you still say you speaking for him. When you will get the shit arrested. Oh, you can't do that because you're the devil. Well, you say, I ain't the devil, I'm doing God's work. Oh, no. See, one thing I know about the devil is he is still trying to prove a point with God through man that is a lie. You need me more than you're willing to admit. And God said, I really don't need you. Now, you talk about a lover who has been spurned. That's the devil. That's why you motherfuckers can't let shit go. Because you still trying to get in good too. But the thing is, you can't get in good when you ain't good. That's why you run around talking about how good you are. So, from one brother to another, why did you kick me to the curb when I did all that good work for you, had your back, looked out for you, still looking out for you, and I'm mad ever since. And when I told you I couldn't pay my rent, you wanted me to get an outside source, meaning the Most High, to come through for me. And now, Rob, you have the opportunity to prove that you're a better person, when we already know you're not. See, all this shit is going on record. I told you I'm not stupid. I know what my father wants me to do. See, this is the card of life and abundance. You sitting on your shit, and you ain't trying to give anything up. You know what's going to happen next, don't you? You're going to take it. See? This is the card of your friendships, your happiness, and your joy. Now, one's caught up, and the other one's left behind. That's what that shit means. See? Now, We want to know why you had so much love of self and not enough love for that which was not yourself. You say you know Jesus, and you say you know Christ, and you say you know me, but at the same time you don't know me. So what did I pray for? I said we were in trouble, and we are. The world that you see is representative of that. And it's not just because we brought the shit back through, and now it's for you to cipher through and sit and say, oh, I remember this. Why did I get that up? Why did you give that up? And why would you give up now? I got my money. I'm not going to give anything up. Not a problem. Because see, life is eternal. We thank the mediums and the psychics and more for their service of getting the message out there, Brian Weiss, that you do come back. I told you, this is justice, baby. You're going to take responsibility for something. And see, my father's hand is slow. I already know that. He told me straight up. I told him, I said, this is a fucked up shit you got me going through. He said, but you know my hand is slow. You think I'm not moving in the physical, but it's just like the earth keeps shifting until you have that quake because something snaps. That's what you have to worry about now. So I don't care the fact that you don't think I'm his son. Because see, my job is not here to redeem you. You're going to redeem yourself. Christ the Redeemer only sets in motion something. Just like he set in motion your salvation. You never saw Christ coming when he came at any vantage point in the way that you thought he was supposed to come through. And it's going to take you a long time to figure that shit out. Not my problem. Not my monkey. Not my show. So now, why am I going through all this shit? For one thing, so not only do I not know what you're going through or why you're going through it, but I don't have to have compassion for you because I went through it already. And if you say you have the relationship with my father as his son, that you say you have with me, through me, with him, you'll survive all this shit. Now that is the fucking truth. So, as you're sitting there trying to figure out what is the devil versus God versus you, and you claim that you are part of my Holy Spirit and not my unholy spirit, which actually belongs in servitude to the devil, you work all that out. And then you get back to me. And then if you have any more questions, like I said, since they won't let me do a live Q&A, send it up in prayer. And maybe my father will address it later. You have a nice day now. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, itchy nose. That it? Have a nice day now. Peace.